I'd like to kick off with a message from an
admirer.
A listener.
Okay.
Not an admirer.
Not an admirer,
no.
a listener.
I don't think he's into my type. I think he's not much of an admirer. But he did send me a couple of little stories on Facebook.
This coffee's very good, by the way. It's empty.
You drink too fast. And you put your cup down too noisy as well on there.
Nobody cares. Well,
Right.
Only you care.
I care, because I've got to fucking edit it all. Right. He wants to remain anonymous.
Is he called Dave?
So we'll call him Jartin.
Jartin.
Jartin Mons. And Jartin quite likes to go to Thailand. Now I expected worse stories from Jartin.
Okay, alright.
Because he's a tinker.
Is it?
He's a tinker. But he sent me this, and I'll just read it out as is here. Me and my mate went to Thailand for the weather and culture a couple of years back. We landed in Thailand and were spending a night in Bangkok before heading to Pattaya. We checked into our hotel, separate rooms as he's a smoker, and headed out on the beer. After a full session of beer, we went back to the hotel and slept. Shit story, isn't it?
It's not.
It's not going well.
It's not started well, yeah.
Come on, Jartin, get up with it.
Yeah.
When we were at breakfast, I noticed a scrape on Mark's arm. Now, I don't know if Mark wanted to remain anonymous.
We'll call him Bark.
Bark, right. I'll redo that then.
I wouldn't.
A scrape on what's it? Bark's arm.
Whack.
And, and asked about it. He said, I wasn't going to tell you, but as you've asked, he'd done a bit of a sleepwalking. Climbed out of his room window, naked, which closed behind him. He woke up on a small ledge 5 floors up. How the fuck do you...
Sleepwalking.
I mean, I've seen a bit of sleepwalking. My brother and sister would do it a bit when they were kids.
I've never seen it.
And they were only, I don't know, 4 or 5 maybe. My brother ran into the kitchen, opened fridge door, and pissed.
In fridge?
In fridge, yeah. And I was in the living room, went in, sort of noise, went in, and he's pissing in fridge, about 4-year-old. And that were odd.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. So, 5 floors up. He couldn't get in his window, so I had to clamber around on a ledge, found an opened window into a corridor that he crawled through. His door was locked, so he had to go to reception, still naked, to get back into his room. An interesting first night. And that's the story he went with.
Oh dear. Well, it could have ended fatally, this.
Yeah, it just looked like a suicide,
5 stars. Yeah, it would, yeah.
It's a long way down.
Yeah. I don't know. Sleepwalking's weird.
It is odd.
Yeah.
I've done it once.
I don't think I've ever done it.
And you know how you're not supposed to wake people up when they sleepwalk?
Somebody woke you up,
My
didn't
mum
they?
fucking shook me to wake me up.
Did you wake up?
In terror. It was... Yeah. Because we had an attic bedroom, I walked down attic stairs and I was mumbling about something, stood there, and she just shook me like a rag doll. And, yeah, thanks, Mum.
Mums are ace, aren't they? Sort of like my mother would do. Set the dogs on him, wake him up!
Kill! Yeah. Right, we've got another one from Jartin. I think this might be the same holiday. In Pattaya, we know a bar owner on the infamous Soy 6. I think that might be a dirty area.
Is it? I wouldn't know. I've never been to Thailand. I once bought a dye from Dirac.
Dirac, yeah. It's like opticians in America, isn't it? Iraq. I've been to Pattaya, because my brother-in-law lives very close, like next town over, and there's a Ripley's, believe it or not.
Is there?
And we'd been further south than Pattaya, on way back. Our last says, oh, this Ripley's, we're leaving on, let's pop in there. And we drove into Pattaya, and it's like Thai version of Blackpool.
Right.
With a sex trade.
Okay.
Right. So as
You're saying Blackpool ain't got a sex trade?
I wouldn't know. Has it?
I don't know.
No. So as we slowed down looking for this bridge, please believe it or not, and she went, tell you what, let's not bother. Just because if we get out at car here, I'm going to look like a hooker. You know, so, right, okay, let's not bother then. Right, so where were we? Soy 6.
Yeah, Soy 6.
Soy Street. They number them. Yeah.
I see, so we live on 6th Street.
Yeah.
A bit like Americans do.
What they tend to be is they've got a main road, which they'll call destination of where it goes, like we do, you know, like Halifax Road, yeah. And then say, as you leave Bangkok on Ramkhamhaeng Road, you'll have...
So do they do it like American cities in a grid system?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, not as gritty, but yeah. So you'll have Ramkhamhaeng, Soy 1, Soy 3, Soy 5 on left, and they'll all go off at 90 degrees from this main road.
Easy to find your way around.
Yeah. It's handy. Yeah. So they're on Soy 6.
Not like living in Yorkshire, is it? So go up Thwaite Lane, and then you have to climb Slack.
And when that gets to Slowit,
yeah,
that you can't read,
and at junction with Scarbottom Lane, you know.
Right, Soy 6, and had been in there getting a bit merry. The night went on, drinking, sampling the culture with a little winky sign. That's pervy, that, isn't it? That's a...
No, it could be creepy, couldn't it? Winky creep or cheeky creep. It can be either way. We'll have to see how it goes.
He's a bit creepy as Jartin.
Is he?
Yeah.
Creepy Jartin.
Let's go with that.
Okay.
Bark purchased... It's not going well, this is...
I love it how we protect our listeners' anonymity.
Like bank level confidentiality, this, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Data protection.
Bark.
Read it. Come on, what did Mark get up to? Come on, I'm engaged now. Come on, you giggling lunatic. I'll shake you like your mother did. You're actually crying now. Come on.
Could have got my overalls on, innit? Oh, didn't have my eyes. Back and Jartin. Sounds like a Dutch couple, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, calm down. Take a breath.
I'm going to have to edit all of this out because it's, like, face it, that were half at the podcast.
Did we press record?
Don't know.
Oh, yeah. Good. That could have got worse. Right, where were we? Bark purchased some of the blue jelly enhancer. I don't know what that is.
Is it some kind of like
I'm thinking sex jelly.
Viagra ointment?
No.
I don't know.
Blue jelly enhancer. And was looking forward to a good night. Still not elaborating on that, is it?
Don't know what blue jelly enhancer
Shall we Google it?
Is it like some kind of gasket seal? I don't know. I'm going to Google it.
Go on, you Google it.
I'll have to disengage airplane mode. Hang on. Right, let's have a look. So,
because Jartin's not clarified this, has he?
Right. Blue jelly enhancer.
You realise now with the cookies you're going to get this on Wish.
No, coming up.
Nothing,
Not
right,
weird.
okay.
Jelly blue. They do a blue jello in America. Jello is like what we call jelly. But being American, jelly is what in America is what we call jam.
So what's a conserve? Do they call that a jam?
I don't bloody know. Anyway,
Right.
go on. So
Okay.
So
we don't know. See, we're proper planning. I could have messaged him back and
Mark
said, what's this?
Kark has got some blue jelly
Bark and
enhancer.
Jartin, yeah. Bark's bought his blue jelly enhancer.
And he's looking forward to a good
I
night.
don't know if this is a swallow thing or a rub-on thing or an insert in yourself thing or I don't know. It got late and I went back to the hotel.
Either way, you ain't telling your mum about it, are you?
No. Bark was keen to stay out, so I left him to it. Next day, cut on his leg, scratch on his face. He told me he was having a smoke on the steps of the bar I'd left him in. A combination of the beer, cig, and the Viagra gel, that must be what it is.
Right, okay. Viagra gel.
Viagra gel. So it's like deep heat, I reckon, for your knob.
Oh.
Made him dizzy, and he stumbled and fell into the road on his face. He's lucky he didn't fall on his knob.
Do you know what?
You know,
he's never coming on holiday with me.
Which one?
Either of them.
No. He looked up and saw a motorbike skid to a stop about 6 inches from his face. He looked up and saw that it was a girl from the first bar we were in. She looked down, obviously really concerned about his state, and said, "Bark, you want a lady?"
How did she say that again? Say that again. Do it. Oh, Ben, me so horny.
For a long time, $2.
Only 2.
He politely declined and headed back. Yeah.
Did he though?
So I think there's potential here, a bit like Dave did before. I don't think Bark exists.
You think it's Dave?
I think this was Jartin.
Oh, I've lost track now. I'm still on Dave. This is what happens when we have to change names to protect people's identities.
Yeah, but
we're not smart enough to remember.
How fluidly did that go? Changing names there, that worked.
Yeah, okay. Again, another anticlimax.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I expected. Let me put this way. Jartin told me, not for the podcast, but he's anonymous, so it don't matter.
Okay.
There's several of them go out.
I were expecting, like, ladyboys.
There's several of them go out to debauchery in Thailand. And he says they get out of jail free. As in, if you end up with a ladyboy by accident, it's hush-hushed, MI5'd, and not spoken of
But
again.
if it becomes a repeat thing.
But you only get 1 per holiday. So...
It is.
If it happens the second time,
point out to them anatomically, it is a very simple check.
It's the Mick Dundee style check, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just have a grab.
Or the Adam's apple.
They can have that machined off though, can't they?
Can they?
Yeah.
Oh God, that sounds horrible.
You know, you can have that. I don't know. Put it on a lathe or something.
I think I'd make a poor ladyboy. I don't think I'd get many punters.
A bit like that fella in velvet dress in Ebden Bridge.
Yeah.
He were fooling no one.
Yeah. Unless people have some kind of orangutan fetish. I don't think I'd be particularly desirable were I to market myself as a ladyboy.
You would look a twat in a dress.
I would. I mean, to be fair,
you have looked a twat in a dress in the past, haven't you?
I know. I haven't. I'm not the most fashionable of men in men's clothes. So
we are here with your Milwaukee.
Although to be fair, I'm more stylish than
the green Teletubby.
The green Teletubby. Yeah.
What is the green Teletubby called?
Dipsy.
Yeah, that'd work out, wouldn't it?
Dipsy. Yeah. In fact, you know what? I used to know the names of all the Teletubbies on account of having now a teenage daughter who was into it when she was little.
I think this might be my new podcast attire, because every time you turn up, I'm fettling in my man shed.
Yeah.
And I've been wrecking clothes at a right pace.
Yeah.
So.
Well, do you know what? I dug my boiler suit out.
Right.
Of an old dusty cupboard the other day and decided I was going to start wearing it because I'm getting engine oil and all over my posh clothes. And I couldn't fasten it. Around middle.
I've gone other way. Where's this one?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got loads of room.
Might fit you there, might it?
Almost.
There's at least a foot of spare material there. But I did used to be 18 stone. Have you actually got any content for this podcast?
Well, I think now we need to talk more about ladyboys.
Oh, go on.
Fascinating creatures.
It's odd, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, again, culturally, I don't know enough about it, but
I like in Thailand that they just
sometimes
leave it.
I always imagined they were like forced into it, but I'm not sure now that's the case, is it?
No.
You know,
the thing they do in Thailand, they just accept. live and let live. You know, if you want to do that's fine. You know, and they're just like, yeah. Here we're very judgmental.
Well, I always wondered if they were like made to do it, like sex trafficked into it and things like that. And I and because of that, I was like, oh, I don't like this. I'm not comfortable with this, because I kind of saw them as victims, but I've since learned that that's not the case, is it? You know, so
in Thailand they end the sentence with a different word if you're male or female. So a gay person, so male gay, will end with the effeminate ending very often, and it's kind of a thing of I'm gay without having to tell people I'm gay. That's it. And so
I still won't pick up on it. I'm rubbish like that.
Yeah. Likewise, a lesbian will often end a word with the masculine ending, and they're very comfortable when somebody, let's say, not even had a sex change, just a guy in a dress, let's say.
Okay.
They're very comfortable just referring to her as a woman, and yeah, they just
probably a better way to be, really, isn't it?
They just get on with their life, you know. Yeah. You want to wear a dress? Wear a dress.
Yeah, let them get
Please yourself.
Not done to anybody else, is it?
Under this under this boiler suit here,
hey,
I've got a little leather miniskirt.
That doesn't surprise me. So Ladyboys. That's how I was expecting that story to go. I was kind of expecting a flipping one over and getting his money's worth kind of tale.
Yeah, the scary bit is when you whip her over and her cock's bigger than yours.
Which
it's not hard.
Yeah, it wouldn't be, any amazing achievement, that, really. So, yeah.
But yeah, I suspect Jartin's got more.
I think he's
grimmer stories.
I suspect. I mean, the fact that they get what they refer to as a get out of jail card, but you only get one per holiday. So what? So let's say what happens if they've used their get out of jail card?
Caught out twice.
And then they get caught out on the fourth time. Oh, another accident. I accidentally fell into this man.
It was a pretty dress. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's...
I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of forfeit. Maybe, like, they tell everybody at work. I don't know.
He didn't elaborate on whether anybody had been caught out twice.
Right, no. We need more. There's too much left unsaid here, isn't there?
So come on, Jartin. Tell the full tale.
So when are we going on a Thai holiday then?
See, I haven't seen any of this.
Well, no, because you got the nice bits, don't you?
When I go to Thailand, we go visit family and we kind of live Thai suburban life. We don't really do holiday.
That's it. With you having family there, taking your family over.
Yeah.
You're going on a child-friendly holiday.
Yeah.
You're not going on a lads holiday of debauchery.
No.
So it's a different thing. I think I might go on holiday with Jartin.
Have you got any content?
No, I haven't.
No. Right, I'm going to do a public service announcement.
Oh, again?
Yeah. So for those of you that I don't work with and haven't listened to previous episodes, the bit that pays the bills is I'm a train driver. Part of the good bit of the job, right? Kids waving at trains, they love it, you know.
Does that still happen?
Oh, yeah.
Does it really? Yeah.
And they'll stand on bridge, doing horn pump sign,
See, I imagined we'd have sort of evolved from the
steam train days of
1940s, young lads in short school pants waving from bridges as the train passes with its plume of steam.
Yeah, kids love it.
Kids in tracksuits waiting on the railway bridge with the old scrap washing machine to launch over.
That happens too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a little tricker that they like to do is putting a breeze block on a bit of rope just long enough to dangle into window height.
Really?
Yeah.
Little bastards.
Yes. But no, you get on platform, you get little kids, and they're generally at younger end, but let's say school age. So they love waving at train, they wave it as you come in, and even more so on this little heritage line I've been driving at minute. And it's nice, it's great.
Is that the penis stone line?
The penis stone line, yeah. And it is like heritage railway.
It's lovely, isn't it? It is nice, yeah.
And, we get them on bridges. And other day, rolled into Huddersfield, and there was a group of kids, I don't know if it was with a nanny or I don't know, but there was significantly more kids than parents.
So there was some kind of carer?
Yeah. can we look in your cab, mister? And they're on the tiptoes at window. Can we look in your cab, mister? Yeah, of course you can. Get a photo and, everything's powered off, so nothing can be, nothing can happen. And, their little dream, they're looking trained around. Great. However, let's say non-school age.
All right, slightly.
Stop fucking waving at trains. Stop doing this.
What?
Bloody. What's wrong with people?
What do you mean?
They stand there on hillsides, smiling away, waving, like on platform, waving at you.
Really?
Stop it.
Why?
Stop it. You're an adult now.
Why?
Right?
What's wrong with it? It's not anyway.
It's horrific.
Why?
It's horrific.
It's not.
Kids, great. I get that, and I'm gonna put an age on this. Let's just say, school age, above school age. Once you get to a 40, have you stood in a field waving at a train?
I wave at other things. I wave at joggers.
Beep your horn and slow down.
No.
Yeah.
Right, go on.
But no, for kids,
What, I don't see a problem. I don't know why you get so upset.
I'm not having it.
Why?
I see them.
From now on, I'm going to wave at trains.
I'm going to wave my finger back. I see these people, and as far as I'm concerned, they don't exist. I don't look at them. I don't acknowledge them. I don't toot the horn for them.
Miserable bastard.
No.
Fuck off.
School age, kids waving. Yeah, did it. Give them a wave. Yeah, great.
They used to do it on motorway bridges for wagons, didn't they?
Yeah.
Blows your horn.
For kids. And
give it some of that.
And I'll show them, like we've got a little driver's key. I say, to them, well, see, this is what I need, You forget your Nintendo play box and stuff like that. What they want to do is look in a train driver's cab, that's, yeah. But once you've left school, stop it.
See,
I'm not having it.
I aren't interested in your train at all. If you drove a train where there were a bloke having to shovel coal into a firebox,
yeah,
and there were like polished brass steam valves, I'd be interested. But
mine are boring.
I don't want to see your
Yeah.
Little buttons and lights.
I quite fancy being a steam train driver for a day. Right?
Anything
Because it
about-
looks like hard
It
work.
does look like
Yeah. It looks like hard, mucky work. And I quite fancy having a go. But no, driving hours, it's quite dull. You know, and they all look same. So you can write numbers down on your notepad all you like, but they're not interesting.
No.
They're just a big rectangle.
I've never understood train spotting.
No.
You know, I saw the 736 from Manchester Piccadilly.
It always reminds me, you know, because ours are so dull.
Yeah.
There was a Little Britain sketch and a plane spotter. Do you remember? And he stood there and he went, "There's one. There's one. There's one." And our trains are a bit like that because they all just look same. You know, they're really quite dull.
Yeah, I'm any kind of spotter is a bit too much in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Go back, right. I'm surprised you have an issue with someone being friendly.
Waving the penis at a train, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're not being friendly. They're being weird. It's weird. Grown-ass people standing there waving at a train. Why? Why are you doing that? Get in the bin. I'm not having it.
Nah. I was just testing. Recording thing.
That's you basically seeing if needle moves when you make a noise.
I'm seeing how it moved when I made different noises.
Fucking tragic. You realise I'm not going to edit that out now.
That's alright. You can leave it in. That was me doing a scientific experiment.
It was like a quiet dolly.
Yeah, it's like our listeners can't see this, but it's like a heart rate monitor for sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it. Like an oscilloscope kind of thing going up, and that as we talk, we see rising and falling like things on a graph, and I would just meow, seeing what it were doing, and I just kind of like some kind of special needs kid.
17 episodes in, you've realised it. Do you see now why on the other 16
This
episodes...
is why you don't like me putting coffee cup down.
Yeah, because when you put coffee cup down, it does that. On other 16 episodes, I had screen facing me. Because you bloody What was it called?
Squeaky chair.
Oh, well, squeaky chair, but you're, it's not OCD, it's ADHD, that's what it is. You're trying to talk and you'll be going, meow.
I can't help it, I've got an inquisitive mind.
Yeah, that's not what I'd call it. I'm going to ask you for a second time on this episode. Have you actually brought any content?
No content. No content. Well, we were kind of hoping, weren't we, that our listeners would email in more, and it's just not happening. We're getting. Dave sends in a lot. Is it all the same Dave? It's two different Daves, isn't
neither confirm nor deny the identity of our listeners.
Yeah, that's it.
Other than Jartin.
So that's it. But yeah, I'm surprised we've got 35 regulars.
What we need is those 35 regulars to all get one person on board.
Tell their mates.
If they're listening to this, they might not have any. Might be a bit bored, a bit lonely.
Possibly. Yeah.
But that'd bring us up to 70.
Yeah.
And that's nearly a podcast then.
Yeah. I've stopped listening to radio.
It's shit, yeah.
I've stopped listening altogether now. Even Tony Blackburn.
He was always shit.
I liked him.
He's been shit for 60 years.
He were on his Sounds of the 60s. And I woke up to, I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Manfred Mann.
See, I have no problem with the music. Well, if it just skipped.
To be honest, I have. The 60s, there was some good music, but there were a lot of rubbish as well. You know, I mean, I'm the man that says the Beatles were bloody overrated, you know. But I think it were Manfred Mann, this, I'm not sure, but the song were called No Milk Today. And it were bloody awful, and it just put me off working. So I've actually I've still got the radio alarm clock going off, because that's what tells me what time it is and time to get out of bed. But I just turn it down now, so I don't really register it as much. There's a bit of noise in the background, right? Yeah.
I didn't used to be able to have a radio alarm when I was younger, because it just incorporated into my dream, the music, so I didn't wake up. So what I used
You are pretty special sometimes, aren't you?
What I used to do when I was a young lad and had to get up early for my paper round, milk round, even into Ripton District age, up to 20 years old.
I can see you frolicking in your dream with the daffodils in the Paradise City where the girls
it basically did. And I had to put long wave on and then untune it.
So that it would
So it howled and made a load of static noise, yeah. And that was my alarm noise. But then, to this day, I cannot tolerate a radio station slightly off tune, and I think it stems back to that.
Right. Well, it's funny because I came across an interesting find. An old tranny being a transistor radio.
All right, not in Thailand.
Not in Thailand.
Right,
no.
okay.
A little Imperial cigarette packet size transistor radio.
Mm-hmm.
Opened it up. The battery had leaked. One of the terminals had corroded and broke off, sadly. But a new 9-volt battery in an elastic band cured the problem. And the what I think is a 70, maybe nearly 80-year-old radio still worked. But of course, it's medium wave.
Yeah, it won't be down out, will it?
Yeah, so we've got Radio 5 Live. And that's about it.
Don't it have long wave?
It might have. I haven't really had a chance to have a proper play with it. But
is Atlantic 252 still going?
I don't know. I don't think this has got. I think it's just got medium wave. Yeah, they used to have. I remember if they rang you up and you said, "I listen to the best music on long wave radio, Atlantic 252," you got £1,000, and that were a lot back then, wasn't it?
It's a lot now.
Yeah, well, it is to me. No, not to you with your train driver money. But whoa, yeah, long wave radio too. There were Magic medium wave. There were Magic 828, but I think they're on FM now. Magic FM.
Yeah, that's changed.
So there's not a lot on medium wave. I found one station going through
is that done?
What were does Virgin still exist?
I have no idea.
Virgin.
I don't listen to radio.
Was that 1215 medium wave? 1215.
Right, yeah. You have to try that when you get in.
It may be.
Play with your tranny's knob.
Didn't Chris Evans?
He bought it, didn't he?
Didn't he start on Virgin, or did he have a show on Virgin at one time? I can't.
He did.
I can't remember.
And then didn't he buy it?
I don't know.
I think he bought it.
I don't know. Virgin Cola, can you still get that?
I don't know.
I don't
to
be
drink
honest,
soft drinks.
I would boycott. I don't like Richard Branson. He's trying to go to space, isn't he?
He is, but realistic space flight is.
Yeah.
These people are up there in that.
It's not
ISS
on holiday, is
station.
it?
No.
It's not like cruising on a Learjet.
There was actually a strike by ISS staff. Did you know about that?
No.
The schedule was so tightly timed
Yeah.
that they were struggling to function.
Yeah.
Because it was literally, right, okay.
Yeah, but you need that
eat.
to just stay alive.
Yeah. All right, okay, you can eat for 3.5 minutes.
Now you
right,
must
okay,
exercise.
Right, stop, do this exercise. Right, stop, do this experiment. Stop, do this. And they've got this real tight schedule, and that's 24
and
hours
it's
a day.
dictated to them, innit?
Yeah. And they actually went on a little strike.
Yeah.
And had to, get ground control to say, look, fucking chill out. You can't function flat out like that constantly for weeks and weeks on end.
I think, they've got a point, but they also point that ground control also has is a good argument is yes, but if you don't do this, you die.
You die, yeah.
So your choice. And the other thing is now, space station staff, astronauts, they're kind of like the Air Force, aren't they?
It's Top Gun stuff, isn't it?
It's military, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So, it's not a strike, mate. It's mutiny. And they should be brought... Well, to be honest, they should be... Can you hang somebody in space? They'd kind of just float, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So, obviously, it's going to have to be a firing squad.
Could you electrocute them?
Don't know.
Was there no earth?
That could be. That could be a problem, though, and starting pissing about of electricity on spaceship.
Yeah.
But, yeah, definitely, we obviously, you couldn't hang them for mutiny from highest yard arm or lowest yard arm because there's no up or down in space.
True.
So that kind of fucks that plan up. So yeah, for astronomical mutiny, you'd have to beat him to death with a spade, a space spade.
A space spade. So where's your spade coming from?
From the gardening experiments, gardening in space.
Would you need a spade? Because soil's not going to compact down, is it? We haven't thought this through.
I don't know. How do you water it with watering can? Billy? How do you shit? I bet they've got a good space toilet seat. I bet NASA's toilet seats don't slide around like some kind of slarty arsed.
I think it's more of a vacuum nozzle.
Oh no, don't, because that scared the shit out of me. I think it was
the shit out of you.
Leicester North services up M1.
Go on.
And right, vacuum toilets.
Oh, like aeroplanes have then, that sort of.
More high tech from what I've.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I thought I were going to get sucked in.
There's sitting to wipe your ass and standing to wipe, but you don't sit to flush. You're doing it wrong.
No, I stood to flush.
What? And you were going back in?
I was just watching with curiosity. Maybe I were a bit too close, pushing buttons and things.
Maybe that were it.
When
we were in Thailand, there was a big posh shopping centre, and they had these Japanese toilets. Now, all buttons were in Japanese. Thai people must have sussed out how to use it. So it's, proper high-tech toilet. You press one-up buttons, because they're big on Thailand in having what I call a butt shower. It's like a mini shower head you have outside at toilet.
A bidet type thing, but on a shower. Sort
of, but it's just a little shower nozzle side of your toilet. And they lean over, spray their ass, dry with paper.
Right.
Quite a clean job, that.
Yeah.
And I quite like the idea. But the thing is, in Thailand, your cold water comes out at tap at 30 degrees or so because it's hot. Whereas if you did it here, you're going to get a really cold ring from that 6-degree water coming out your cold tap, aren't you?
Yeah, of course you're right. It's not going to be pleasant.
It's not going to work.
It's going to wake you up in the morning.
Yeah. So Japanese went further and made this toilet, which it's got what can I only describe as an extending butt shower. Kind of slides out from back at toilet under your ring piece and sprays upwards in a shower motion.
Right. Clever,
but massively over-engineered.
Yeah.
For cleaning
a lot to go wrong, innit? I mean, to be fair, we're struggling to fit a toilet seat.
Yeah.
What happens if that goes wrong and we have to fix that? Because let's face it, you and I aren't going to be calling somebody else out to do it, are we? We're going to be getting our tools out and
fixing his butt extender shower thing. Yeah.
bit of duct tape. Shitty duct tape.
Not even quality duct tape, like cheap copper.
Yeah. Oh Christ, no. French. Have you seen them toilets? The French have, right? That you have to stand. They've got like a foot plate either side, and you have to stand and like squat,
like a latrine job
like
going on.
Squat
Yeah,
to have a shite down it. They're horrible, aren't they? But they only have them for tourists.
They do have them in Thailand.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't like them.
No.
They need a grab rail.
I call them a hover toilet.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not experienced in hover shitting,
No, I'm not.
and it doesn't seem right, does it? Like you said, it does need a grab rail. And yeah, what I've found when I'm over there is men's and women's toilets both have them.
Right.
Disabled toilets don't. They got a proper bog.
Right. So you got disabled.
So I go in disabled. I limp into disabled toilets. Right. Proper toilet.
You put on a limp so nobody questions you.
Yeah. You know, use proper toilet. Sit down in luxury. Jobs are good. And
Then nobody's going to question you in Thailand. You, compared to most Thai blokes, you are a giant.
yeah, it's true. You do
You know,
feel.
people will look at you like you're Incredible Hulk.
You get that feeling of what a 6'6" man would feel like in Britain, towering over everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Aye. Well, let's wrap it up. Let's give them email address though.
Well, before we do that.
Oh, no.
Before we do that.
Go on, give them email address anyway because they need
Go
to
on.
know it.
dirtykinbass@gmail.com.
They need it because
Invite a friend.
yeah,
Get somebody on board.
we need more content. We need you to tell us your funny stories about your holiday sex antics
Jartin.
with ladyboys jarting. Yeah.
I wrote something down the other day, and then I thought, who was it sort of said we swear too much? Was it your Auntie Val and your mum?
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah.
So we're going to dedicate this to you.
What you mean is you're going to get me into trouble.
I don't have to face your mother.
My
so
mum's...
I have to face your impressions of your mother.
Anthony!
Yeah.
Yeah. Trouble.
So I'm going to call this Operation Fuck.
Oh, so straight away you upset her.
Because fuck is a great word,
I think,
isn't it?
you know what, to be honest, fuckity fuck. Because I think she stopped listening after about episode 1.
I think she stopped listening long before end of episode 1. But fuck's a great word. It's versatile. You can have, oh fuck, surprise, you know? Fuck me, fucking hell, all surprise.
Surprise,
Yeah,
I get it.
It works.
You can have frustration.
You can have as a question, like, what the fuck? How the fuck? Where? It's like journalism, that, innit? Who, what, when, where, why? Why the fuck? Who the fuck? You know?
Yeah.
It's good. And there's only one answer.
What
fuck
the
knows.
fuck? Fuck knows.
Fuck knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can give a fuck
Or you can not give a fuck.
or not give a fuck. But you can't receive a fuck. But you can have a fuck and fuck someone.
You can get fucked.
You can get fucked. Yeah. You could be fucked by someone, and not because you said, fuck me, but fuck me. You might not be saying that to someone.
I'm a nice boy.
Back to these lady boys.
Nice boy.
That doesn't mean you are fucked, being fucked, or getting fucked. You are fucking. It's good, isn't it? What a great word.
It's quite a versatile word.
Isn't it? Yeah.
We use it a lot, don't we?
Fucking around. Or being fucked around.
Yeah. If something's broken, it's fucked.
It's fucked, yeah. Not in a sexy way.
No.
No.
Like that Enfield you sold me.
Told you it's an ornament. In a restaurant we fuck all to eat. But you can't eat fucks. You can eat fuck all.
That's true.
And that's the end of Operation Fuck.
Right. And I think that is the end of episode 17.
I killed it. I killed it.
It's a bit highbrow, that, isn't it?
Is there a more versatile word than fuck?
Good point.
Should we draw a line under that?
I think so.
Okay. Thanks for listening. If you did, come in, Dolly.
Is it Dolly or Dorothy?
I thought it was Dolly.
I can't remember.
Let's go with Dolly.
I've never met this electronic sheep.
I stole it from YouTube. Shh. But don't tell YouTube.
Don't tell. Your Facebook will grass.
The face bot.
Hang on, 1 minute. Meh.
Go on. Do your noises again to see your needle move. Go on.
So I just did.